Good morning, dear children. We are in the weekend. Love for all, serve for the nation. Okay, happy morning. Okay, we are in the third session of the Indian Constitution. Let's just recall what is the meaning of Constitution. Constitution governs us, protects us, and guides us. It's a principles to live as we desire. Desire in the sense not to hurt or harm others. Also fulfills the beliefs of different segments of citizens. What do you mean by different segments? India have been comprised by the different group of people with the different communities, different languages, different religion. Have you got it? So it fulfills the beliefs at the most, beliefs of the people. Constitution is a vehicle of the nation. Without the vehicle or the transportation, it cannot be moved from one place to another. So vehicle is very much needed. As like that, the Constitution is very much needed for the nation. The Constitution distributes the power between the Union and the states. This concept of Constitution is originated from USA. Now, let's enter into our lesson. We have three heads of relation under the central and the state powers. What were the three heads of relation? The very first one is legislative relations. The second one is administrative relation. And the third one is financial relation. We'll go on in detail to look for the legislative relations. The legislative relations is to frame laws that within the territory of India. What do you mean by within the territory of India? That is with the states, union territories, and also any other area that has been included within Indian territory. So all these legislation, the laws have been taken up by the center. It has been put forth in the 7th schedule of Constitution. So according to the 7th schedule of Constitution, the law has been framed for the Indian territory. We have three types of list: union list, state list, and concurrent list. Parliament enjoys exclusive power in preparing the state or nationwide legislature. So when we say that it is with the exclusive powers, when there is a dispute between the union and the state list in preparing the law for the concurrent list, Parliament prevails. Parliament comes first to prepare in proper way. And for the state list, the state legislative takes the position. Administrative relations. State administrative power is for its own territory. It doesn't move on or exceed its power to other states, whereas the union has exclusive powers over all these states. So when it matters with the parliament law, the union relation comes into the entry and it takes the first position rather than the state administrative power. Also to approve any agreements. So this union administrative relation takes its position to approve the agreements. The next is financial relation. The center and the state has a separate confidence to impose taxes. So it's their own duty to impose tax separately for their own ruling, for their own people. So in that case, when they have been empowered by the Constitution, they have certain taxes to be imposed. But some of the taxes have been imposed only by the center, and that should be followed by the state. When the tax have been collected by the center, it will be divided between the center and the state according to the advice or the recommendation of the Financial Commission. So this Financial Commission was appointed by the President. The next heading we are going to see is emergency provisions. What is emergency provisions? It is declared by the President. Only the President declares the emergency period. So we have three types of emergencies. One is national emergency, the other one is state emergency, the final one is financial emergency. We'll look into national emergency. It has been enshrined in the Article 352. If the nation's security is threatened, then it has been declared as a national emergency by the President. So we have two types of emergencies. One is external emergency, the other one is internal emergency. External emergency says about when the nation's security is threatened by war or external aggression. If any foreign invaders invades India, then it's called as external emergency. Internal emergency is threatened by the armed rebellion or imminent dangers, maybe with the community clash or the religious fanaticism, it's like that. So we have two types of emergency in the national emergency. One is external emergency and the other one is internal emergency. This national emergency have been declared thrice in our nation. The first national emergency have been declared in 1962 and the next one in 1971 and the third one is in 1975. Okay children, we'll move on to next type of emergency, that is state emergency. It has been enshrined in the Article 356. When the situation is unable to carry under the Constitution, that is by the governor, when the governor is unable to carry the statewide rule, it's beyond his control, then it is called as state emergency. And also when the state have been threatened during the assemblies of election. So during the period of election, when the election commission says that it is difficult to hold the assembly election, then the statewide emergency have been declared by the President. Thus, on behalf of President, the governor governs the state. The third emergency is financial emergency, which has been enshrined in the Article 360. If the President is not satisfied by the financial stability or the credit of India, then the emergency is declared by him. During this emergency, the salaries or allowance will be reduced for the higher officials, even for the judges. Well, we have come to the last part of Indian Constitution. What do you mean by Constitutional Reform Commission? As we have talked earlier, Constitution is to govern us, protect us. And what's the need to reform it? Reform in the sense to just analyze whether the Constitution are going in proper direction. Well, the Nation Commission to review the working of Constitution, just to review whether it moves on properly, works properly. So it has been set in 2000 under the head of M.N. Venkatachalaya with the 3-member commission. And the next commission for the constitutional reform has been set up in 2007 in April, which has been headed by M.M. Punchi. Why these? This has to be taken for the fresh roles and responsibilities of various levels of the government to take new decisions or just to upgrade the nation. That's why the Constitutional Reform Commission has been set up. Okay, children, hope you have understood the lesson well. Now we'll move on to the homework. The very first question and the second question is short answer, national emergency. Okay. Take your book to mark the answer. It's in page 244. National emergency, page 244. First 7 lines till external emergency. And the next short answer is 3 heads of relation. The 3 heads of relation is in the slides. Okay. So look for the first slide. And the rest of the 2 answer or the detailed answer which you have already learned. But dear children, once again you take these answer as the homework. So write with the 2 short answers, the next 2 detailed answers also. So today's homework, you have 4 questions. For the fundamental rights, you have 6 fundamental rights with 2 points alone. Some of the fundamental rights have 4 or 5 and more than that. You have only 2 points for today's homework. Okay. And write to constitutional remedies. So thank you children. God bless you. Thus we end our session and the lesson. Well.